Earlier in the day in Virginia, investigators say a deadly shooting at Old Dominion University is being treated as a terror-related attack. Authorities say 36
The reason we exist is because you cannot stay ahead of all threats. So what we do is we block by default.
Hey, what's going on? E-Tech Millie, and what we did earlier is 3 washes for the week. I already took care of one, took care of the second one. Now I need another one, and I'm gonna do the other one Saturday or Sunday, depending on. But yeah, this time instead of me just going to the car wash, I went and I used the clay bar and a few of the micro. The little sponge, micro sponge, and microfiber towels, and then really need to dry these out. So yeah, it's kind of wet as well. But yeah, so these really do work. They really can get a lot of the particles and the dirt in those spots where it's like you can't just be like this with it. So if you really want that spot to be out there, if you want to use this for spotting your vehicle, you can use a spotting your vehicle. I'm gonna probably get the more the artificial one with the grip. So. But these clay bars do work. And as far as me tinting the window, not the window, but the headlights, I'm going to hold off on tinting it until we fix the electrical issue going on with the front headlights. Because if I tint it now, and then we replace the headlight that does supposed to the whatever, at that point, you know what I'm saying, I just use that for no reason. It's enough though where I might be able to get like all 4 of those headlights in there. So I don't know. Yeah. Man, at the end it looked like this. So yeah. So we know that we're supposed to check in whenever we get a package. So this is the package that we're supposed to be waiting for. And this is the buffer disc that is in the mail. So we now receive the buffer disc. Where my scissors go? Oh, okay. It's a 4-pack. So now, because I did wash the Camaro in the Camry, I'm gonna do a better job with doing both of them. So yeah, this is the buffer component just came in, and hopefully this is the other the specialty knives I'm supposed to be getting, because when I get them specialty knives, I plan on cutting the rest of my two squares. Okay, that's what I thought. So right, all right. Let's check it out. Right, so we got the snitty. All right, So now I can put the snitty in our box. Fact, no. I need a cut with the snitty. So I'm gonna cut in the morning. That's what's gonna happen. I just say that because I just like plenty of light is needed, and right now it's dark, and I ain't got a lot of night. It ain't enough. So it's more of a morning session. So as you see, there are blades. It's a blade like right in its knee, right there. You can hold it. 3 fingers, 2 fingers, depending on how big your hands is. Maybe even 4. Right there, I can't get it, but you can get 3. You can comfortably get all the way in there with 2. It depends on how big your hand is. That's that. Yeah. So, and then I feel like this part right here is where you change the blade. So they got a part come there, and then you can switch the blades out. But we're not gonna switch the blade out. We're gonna keep the same blade. But that's good to know that's how you do it, though. So yeah, we're gonna work with this. Tomorrow morning we're gonna cut some more material. Then we got the buffer, so we may do the trying to figure out, will I have to actually put heat into it? The laptop. I'll be done in the morning. I'll do the laptop in the morning. And again, that's just because we want as much sunlight as we can. And today we just really went over the difference of using the clay bar and not using the clay bar. I feel like that was more of today's thing where we learned. Yeah. Found out I accidentally let the rip the thing out. Hate when that happens. But we gotta figure it out. You know. I'm gonna have to get some blade handling techniques up. Come down to it. Move too fast. Yeah, we good. We had to put the little box knife back in there, the box blade back in there. So yeah. Then We got the wrapping pen. My bad. Yeah, we got the wrapping pen as well. So yeah, instead of me getting like super fancy, I just got the basic little starter pack. You know how they go with a lot of things that you need, which came with the squeegee with the buffer. Comes with the blade. Comes with the blade. And I already put the snitty up. Came with the snitty as well. And shoot, that came for less than I think that was like $9.99 or something like that. So shoot. Yeah. And what I plan on doing is I plan on housing both these in the same spot for right now. That's it. Boom. We gonna put all that in our box. All right. So I believe that's all we got up for the additionals. So happy I got that buffer, so that way we can buffer out some stuff, make stuff look real new, you know. But yeah, let's get back to it. So this is what we're gonna do. Since we don't have a lot of light going on, we're going to essentially watch different types of vinyling experience as far as the kitchen vinyling. I would like to try to get into really not me, but I know some people who would like to tackle that concept behind, which technically speaking, this color that we got, it's not bad, but if we were to do something, it'll probably be more of a gray color, you know. So going over what we went over this morning, we went over the shears quality, and the winner happened to be these shears here, and those were the B. And I say that because you cannot tell, as long as you actually use it like shears, where you might cut one time a little bit, get in, and then just the edges are very pristine versus the Inspector Gadget one. Because we had one that was like Inspector Gadget, where it's like a multi-blade function. Where you go? There you go. This right here got like a multi-blade kind of function, where you can tell like it's like maybe you can use it for knitting or something. I don't know. Comes with a little extra. And then we compared the Cutco. So out of the Cutco shears, which if you know anything about Cutco, these are expensive, but they're very, very good at doing whatever you got to do. It does leave ripple marks on it. That's the only downfall, because it's serrated, whatever. And you can still, but at the same time, it fell short to the household shears with the B on it. I don't know what the brand is, but it don't matter the brand. This right here is just stainless steel versus the higher level shears with the extra utility use of it. So just going over it, this was the job that was done by the Cutco product, which is kind of hard to be able to see, but those are the edges that it made. All right. Versus the A. I mean, this was the A, yeah. Versus the B, where this was the winner again, where it looked like it's a smooth cut, you know. And then the C was the one that was the worst. This is again matte handling. We can warm this up and get rid of this, but this is one that we got to warm up to make sure it acts right. This is this because it's got that little imperfection, and that's just because the way it's been laying around staying around. I've not been using great mat managing skills, mat management, just because it's not like I got a whole shop really ready for it just yet. But yeah, with that being said, again, this was C, and we're just talking about the edge quality. This was B, and it even has a B on there. It's like basic shears from the household shears versus the Cutco, which was A. All right. So when we are going to be doing the laptop, we're going to be using one of these. When we're going to be doing the Stanley, we're going to be using one of these for the most part too. And then we're going to have to try to figure out how we're going to do letter C. All right, so what else is there? When it come down to these right here, let's go ahead and shoot, get that little water out. Dry them out later. They're gonna dry out. That's all I really got to do. I had to, squeeze them out a couple times when I was washing that car. Yeah, that's just it. Squeeze them out, make sure they dry. Technically speaking, you can use them again. You just gotta set them up where they dry off. Because if you don't dry off, then they're no good to you again. But dry them off and lay them out. All right, so like I say, see that little water? Still got that little water, and it's dirty. Yep. All right. So when we are prepping our vehicle for the vinyling process, the prep process is you wash it, then clay it down, and then hit it with the grease. So right now we have done the first car wash we did was just regular old car wash, and seeing the difference between the first car wash and the second car wash was like completely different, where I made sure this time to take care of the underbody, and versus the first one where it's like okay. And then I use a 2-towel process of drying and washing, and just really I made it a point to wash, then my bad, we rinse it, hand wash it, rinse it, hand wash it, rinse it, dry towels, 2 small dry towels, boom. And then I made it a point to use, kind of switched out 1 or 2, kind of squeeze, go back, squeeze, go back, squeeze, and knocked out the body. After I knocked out the body with that, I went behind with the clay bar, and essentially, if you are looking just to make sure that you have no spots on your vehicle, you can use the clay bar just to spot it on your regular vehicle. If you're looking to use what we're doing, you're supposed to use make sure the whole body gets it. And then seeing the difference from then to there, it looked like the other one is a lot more shinier. If we were to actually step up and put the degreaser in, that will be the third step before actually getting it wrapped. All right, so yeah, that's how we used our time today as far as our training was going. We are going to be vinyling the laptop, one of the laptops tomorrow. So that's what we're going to be doing in the morning time, as well as cutting and seeing the difference on how the vinyl is cut using the two different cutting tools, and I will have to come find like I mean, it's like the thing is I need a more of a cutting board. So I'm not sure. Could we use a kitchen board? Cause I mean, it's like I know like I have some boards meant for cutting, and I'm saying maybe I can just use that because I want to cut on this pool table, but I know that cutting you require a buffer over it, so that's what I might do, and that because they're meant to be cut on. So yeah, yeah. As besides that, yeah, we are basically attempting to get us used to really cleaning the surface. And the last part that we didn't do was that we didn't talk about was using alcohol, which is 70%. After we're done with that, the mat handling is needed. So again, we looked and seen how the mat was cut earlier. All you really need is a tape measure, a marker, and a steady hand with some shears, and you can make that happen. If you are looking to be more professional, that's where you get into them cutting machines, and that's and even the people who are quote unquote professional really don't even go that deep in it, because it's all about how you maintain and handle the equipment, or I should say the supplies. Because if I handled the supplies better, I would not have the C, my C that is kind of wrinkled. Like if you notice with the C, it has that imperfection in the middle, which is gonna require a heat source to bind that out. And I think you can even see it back here, so. And this is like one reason why mat handling is very much needed to being understood. If you were going to be doing this on a regular basis, you're gonna have a way to store your mats, your materials, so that way imperfections like this does not come up. The main thing is the least imperfections you have before getting in, the less heat you gotta apply to it for silly reasons like that. So, yeah, that's one thing that we're definitely going to have to do better at. As far as the third, let's go ahead and look at the steps again. Because a lot of people, might be first time you coming in. So, right now, our mission is to find two objects at our house that we're going to vinyl. And you can pick something from your home, you can pick something from your office, you can pick something from your community, as long as it's under $50. Well, I mean, if you already own it, then it is what it is. But long story short, it's a lot of practice that we're doing on this one. So the skills that we need to master in order to get to the level to be able to do like a vehicle will be the prepping portion, the material handling, the heat control, the squeegee techniques, and we're gonna add squeegee snitty techniques, then the edges, corners, and the last one would be being able to estimate the cost. So these are the things that we're gonna have to be able to master in order to do vehicles. If you're looking to do like kitchen cabinets and things of that nature, a lot of the skills are near the same, and we can still work with it. We're gonna be watching a video in a little bit of a lady who's gonna be, she's gonna be ranting. She's gonna go here and there and show us different colors and show us her techniques on vinyling her kitchen cabinets, which I'm interested in see what kind of technique she uses and trying to figure out how does it match with just us in general, because we do a lot of times we do the same things that other construction workers do too. So with that being said, yeah, we went over the 6 skills. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just didn't want to miss anything. let's go ahead and get into it. So, if you are new to here and you are interested in just getting a good vibe on whatever, on mechanical type of thoughts, or you just like car shows, hey, come check out the playlist. There's a lot of car shows that's on this playlist, and that's primarily one of the main reasons why I'm doing this, because I love car shows, and that's how we get it. So what we're gonna watch the vinyl lady first, and then we're gonna watch Never Wrapped a Car Before from start to finish.
Out brilliantly. So I'm going to do a beginner tutorial because 2 days ago I was a beginner, but I'd like to say I am up there with the professionals right now. So firstly, I'm going to show you guys all of the equipment that I'm using and then the process. So I'm going to talk you through it. So if you're trying to do this for your own kitchen at home, this is the way to do it. And if you have any tips for me, let me know, because I might be getting it wrong. But for now, it looks like it's going the right way. Okay, so in terms of equipment, I've kept it really simple. I've used everything around the house. I did order some stuff for this vinyl wrap from Amazon, but it only arrived last night. So I've managed to do all of this without any fancy equipment. So I used a microfiber cloth. This is kind of to cover my hands and also to kind of get the pressure out and get the air bubbles out. I'm using a blade, so be careful with these because I kind of cut myself ever so slightly on the first day, but after that I've been really good. Any vinyl of your choice that you want to be using, I just picked this up from B&Q. This was £9. So I am going to be listing everything down in the description. So in case you want to buy the exact same one, you know exactly which one to pick up. And I got everything from B&Q. Also used a hairdryer. Now, normally people would use a heat gun, but I don't have a heat gun and I didn't want to go out of my way to get one. But I would recommend heat protection gloves and things like that because my hands have been a little bit sore, and the reason I'm covered in paint is because I'm also painting in between whenever I get a chance. I'm basically doing everything. I'm an all-rounder. A pair of scissors to be able to cut your vinyl to the exact size that you need. I always leave a little bit of overhang because then you can just cut it off afterwards. And there's one more thing actually. Well, it looks like I have misplaced one of my items that I was using yesterday. It'll probably be around here somewhere, but it's basically just a little squeegee thing, but it's a fairly large one, and I picked that up from Amazon. It's got I picked it up from B&Q. It's got these two edges, but yeah, I'll probably just use this. This is the Amazon stuff that came through last night, so I'm gonna pick this up and use it now. Excuse the mess, just focus here. So the first thing I have done is taken the cabinet off and given it a good clean. I've cleaned all around the edges. You can see the back is bad. This is the one that was underneath the sink, so this one is by far the worst. So on this one I am going to be doing front and back. With all the others I've only just done the front because they're all really clean. This one on the other hand, oh, don't like it. This is after it's been cleaned, by the way. It's all cleaned, wiped, dry, and now we're going to get started. So what I need to do first is I need to measure how much I need. And to measure, it's quite simple. I just go along the edge. These little bits, they're not wasted, by the way. I use these in betweens on the cabinets and stuff. I'll show you later. So this is how I'm measuring. That's sort of how much extra I want on either side. You can always have extra because you can just cut it off later, but that's about right. And then same thing on the other side. Practice of doing everything on your own. Yep. I'm just using 2 little boxes as my table, by the way, which is why it's so low. Okay, so I've got my point. I need to make a little cut here. Boop. And then I'm going to measure the length this way. This will be much easier. Yeah, perfect. A little bit extra. Oh, perfect. It's basically where I made the cut last time. So I think I must have done another similar one to this. Okay, so I'm going to start on this top bit. Yup, perfect. Just gonna lay it where it feels right. Perfect. Spin it slightly. Good. 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 Now, this is the tricky bit when you're doing this by yourself, but I measured all the sides and I'm happy with the overhang. So I'm just gonna try and keep one hand in place. This is tricky with one person, like I said, but we continue. I moved it, don't move it, Aaron. Don't move it, you're gonna mess it up. Okay. There probably is an easier way of doing this, but yep, that looks good. Still measures. Like that. Okay, so now that the first corner's done, I'm just gonna pull the bottom, but keep putting the pressure on to get the bubbles out as I'm working. So I don't need to put any heat on it right now. I'm just gonna lay down a little bit and then work. So I've laid quite a bit. I'm just gonna try and get all the air bubbles out first. And you can always lift it back up. Light is great at this point to help me see where the bubbles are. Okay, that is looking grand. So this is how much I've laid out so far, by the way. All of this is not laid down. So this is where we need heat. Behind the scenes is not fun. Okay, so I'm gonna use my heat in this section here, which is where the design is, because I need to get the air outwards. And the trick to doing it, which I've realized, is to kind of push the air out on the top half to get that groove, and then the bottom half, and then it just kind of clears all the way through, and keep doing that in small sections. Okay, so going for the top half, now the bottom half, and we're good. Top half, bottom half, top half. And that's looking pretty neat. I've got a teeny tiny bubble at the top, but otherwise we're good. Let me show you. So now I'm just gonna work on this corner here downwards, but I'm gonna go in small sections. So from here to there, and then sort of downwards. So I'm gonna go top half into the corner, bottom half into the corner, then top half from the corner down, then the bottom half. And you can see here, that's not gone down fully because that wasn't hot enough. Because I'm working in small sections, you won't even have any bubbles. There we go, that's looking really neat. That whole section has no bubbles whatsoever. Okay, so I'm just gonna peel back some more before I go any further, because I don't want to start getting the tension on the bit where there hasn't been peeled yet. So I'm just gonna pull it back. I'm just gonna flatten it all out. I'm going to go through this little bit now. As you can see, I'm covering my finger in the microfiber cloth so that way I don't burn myself as I'm doing this. You also don't want to do this with sharp nails, so that's why I'm also covering my nails with doing this little technique. So push it in, push it down. There we go. Not a single bubble. I'm happy with that. Now I want to work downwards from here to about there. Oh, don't put too much pressure, Eamon. I haven't actually ripped the vinyl in any point the whole time I've done this, so it's been quite durable. I can see I've nearly created a bubble there, so I need to be careful. Even if you end up creating a bubble, it's not a big deal. You can easily fix it and nobody can actually tell that's even there, because you create the teeniest, tiniest of little like a little hole in the bubble and then just push the air out from there. Top half, bottom half. One side, other side. Oh, little bubble. Get out, get out, get out. Thank you. That's looking good. Now I can see a teeny tiny little bubble here. So all I'm going to do is use the tiniest little pointy bit. Boop, right there. And now I'm just going to push the air towards it. And you can see it's disappeared. Just like that. But obviously I don't want to pierce a big hole in there. So I'm going to just try and get it out properly. But you can't even see it's there. Okay, so I'm right near the end now, so I'm just going to pull this all the way through, but leave a little teeny little gap for the air to be able to escape out, because I'm going to keep pushing until I get to that corner. And I prefer doing this on the corner than in the middle bit. It just, yeah, it's just easier. So a teeny little bit, there we go. So you're always going towards the direction, like, so it's all together, like kind of diagonally. And also this thing, everyone says 45-degree angle, which I think that's what I've been having. Okay. Ah, perfecto. When you warm it up, you can actually see the vinyl stretching. This is the bit I want to be careful because I don't think I heated that up enough. Oh, I got a little bubble here because I did not heat that. That is literally where we are now. You do have to work a little bit fast. I'm just doing that top half on both corners, then gradually moving into the bottom. There we go, that's looking good. Got a teeny bubble on the left side, but I can fix that. Okay, worst case scenario, like here, I've got a little bubble caught in there. I'm just gonna lift it back up ever so slightly. There we go, and there we go, nice and clean. All right, now the easy bit, take the rest off, done. Just hold it on the corner, pull it ever so slightly, done. Okay, now I'm just going to go through and just take out any bubbles I've got remaining on the inside bit, then I'm going to work on the edges. Okay, so I've got two little bubbles here, and I've got a slightly longer one, and I've got a teeny one there as well, so they're all along the bottom surprisingly. But that usually happens when you don't heat it up enough, or the air generally just gets trapped. So this bubble runs sort of there to there, and I'm going to put the little cut right there. It's like the tiniest little teeny little dot that I've done. Now, normally I'll just work with the back of the knife because it's nice and round. I'm just pushing the air towards that direction, ever so slightly. And then when I get to the other end of the little hole, I'm going inwards. Done. Of course, I can heat it up to make the vinyl softer and easier to kind of control. But yeah, I'm going to do that here. I'm going to put a little dot there and there. I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to go right with that one and left with that one. I know I said it the completely wrong way. I went down and then up. And I'm going to put a bit of heat and go along and then run the microfiber on top of that section. So it's about 5 seconds, and I'm just going to go pull it down, pull it down, pull it down, pull it down, done. So I'm going to go I think I'm gonna end up creating some bubbles now. No, I'm good. Oh, I'm too good. Done. Oh, a little bubble. Not today. Okay, now I'm gonna do the corners. So for the corners, I'm gonna pour at the corner, give it some heat, and let it just melt over that corner by itself. Now the not so nice bit of the corner where I actually have to put a cut. I think you guys might need to have a better look at this one.
Have you heard about pop-on roofing? We need 50 homeowners in your area to trial this radically simple new roofing service.
Okay, so I'm gonna go bottom one first. So I'm just folding it over because I want to put a cut here diagonal and then straight down. So that bit is now going to fold underneath, and then this one is just going to pull over across. I'm going to give it a little bit of heat. As you know, I just remembered something. I need to cut off the excess. Cut off the excess because that's going to give me trouble otherwise. All right, excess is gone. There we go. Yup, there we go, corner done. And this one, I'm just gonna go straight down for now because I'm gonna fix it later. Next corner. Just gonna do the same here. Just gonna fold it this way and go straight down. Pull that under. Cut off the excess on the bottom one. There we go, and get rid of that little square. And this one. Oh. Tore it slightly, but it doesn't matter. Pull it over. There we go, just make it look pretty. And there we go. Go straight down, get a nice corner on there, and then diagonal. Right. I like doing all four corners and then doing the sides because I flip it over after that. Oh, it's a beautiful corner. All right, now for the sides. Now this side, as you can see, is filthy, so I'm gonna cover that as well. Just working any air outwards if there are any bubbles. There we go, and then just in, 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 in. So pushing any air outwards. And then, I think that corner's looking good. And in, in. I'm still gonna go over this with a bit of heat at the end. In, in. And in. getting a bubble here. I'm just gonna lift and close it again. There we go. All right. Okay, so hole, I can see where it was already. I have sealed it accidentally with polyfiller. Okay, there we go, hit me in the head. All right, so this just really brings the look together. Now with this particular one, I am doing the back, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. And here we go. Here is the final result. On this one, like I said, I've covered the back, but on all the others, I generally haven't. It was just this one was a little bit too dirty because this is where the sink and the bin area was. If anyone's got an old kitchen, you can easily spruce it up with some vinyl. This looks brand new. By the way, I found my squeegee thing. This is what I was using yesterday, and this is from B&Q. This was actually really good because you get a lot more surface area a lot quicker. Whew. There we go, that looks really quite cool. By the way, you see all those long strips I was talking about? I did all the base, the center, the tops, the corners. So the bits you generally don't see unless you open the cabinet, they are all done.
All right, yeah.
Are you looking to sell your house as is without the hassle of costly repairs or realtor fees?
Yeah, we might have to do the kitchen. That wasn't too bad. So, like we were talking about earlier, there are many different applications, not just vehicles, that you can start vinyling, you know, when it comes to the kitchen. So we're going to be coming back tomorrow, and what we're going to be doing tomorrow is just the laptop surface, and then after that we are going to see about setting up the Stanley later on. Just because I gotta find like an Allen key, you know, a couple Allen keys. But yeah, after it gets a couple Allen keys, then at that point, it's gonna be a black Stanley all the way. So with that being said, we're gonna ride out. We're gonna see you in a little bit.